Hello everyone, I'm Brian. Today I'm reacting to Everything is Parmatma, Swami Anubhavananda. I have no idea what Parmatma is. Is that the same as Maya? Everything, or Brahman actually? Or Maya? Everything's an illusion. No, not everything's an illusion. There's an underlying reality behind the illusion, so technically not everything is an illusion. Everything is Brahman? Parmatma. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but anyways, let's go and get started.
Everything, whether it is a fridge, whether it is a vegetable, whether it is a man, whether it is a plant, everything is Parmatma.
Okay, the volume is really low, so I'll talk low. Hopefully I'm not too loud, so you don't have to adjust the volume too much.
Sarvami Etat Brahma. How it is possible? Okay? And then we have to know in a very simple way. Everything is recognized as existence. And that everything which is recognized as existence is also recognized by the recognizer. So he also must exist. So the objective world is recognized as existing, whatever may it be, whether it is stones or bricks, whether it is animals or plants, whether they are stationary or they are moving, whether they are living or dead, anything you take, all of them must be existing. As well as the one who is knowing, he also must exist. So what is happening? On the pure existence, what is referred as Brahman, which is infinite, and on that Brahman, objectivity and the subjectivity is superimposed. Objectivity is the existence predominant and subjectivity is the consciousness predominant. And therefore, the Brahman, absolute one, Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, Yo Veda Nihitam Guhayam, Parame Vyomanna. So one has to discover this Brahman as one's essential nature, and if I discover this as my essential nature, then what will happen? The knower-known difference, although appearing, doesn't become real. See? Like I stand in front of the mirror, and the bird also stands in front of the mirror. But my experience and understanding is different than the experience and understanding of the bird. So although I am seeing the duality, I don't accept the duality as real, and therefore I do not want to destroy the duality. Let it be there. But in case of the bird, he takes this reflection duality as real, and then he starts creating problem for himself.
We're gonna rewind that one.
The bird, he takes this reflection duality as real, and then he starts creating problem for himself.
Okay, so what he just said here, if I understood him correctly, he himself looks into a mirror and sees duality, but understands it's not real, but doesn't want to destroy the duality, so he lets it play out. I believe it said that the bird, on the other hand, believes this duality is real, and that's where the problem starts.
Exactly the same way, my dear friends, there is but one reality which is indicated by the Akshara Om. So, Sarvami Etat Brahma. And what is that Brahma? I am Atma Brahma. Now the student is as if telling, I am Atma, this Atma, which is me, which is everything. This Atma, which is, because of superimposition, is divided into knower and the known. The Triputi, the knower-known knowledge. And therefore we told you so many times, knowledge without the division of the knower and the known is the truth. The experience Without the difference, division of the experiencer and experienced is the truth. In deep sleep, we have experience of bliss. There is no experiencer. See? Narayana. Sarvami etat Brahma, ayam Atma Brahma. So, ayam Atma. This Atma is.
Ooh, 2023, April. Looks like it's already been passed. In Arizona, Sedona, Arizona. Oh, let's see if there's Henderson, Nevada. It's all in the west. Los Angeles, California. That's definitely all in the west. Los Angeles, California. Oh, that's in the east, North Carolina. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, northeast. Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. New York, New York. That's it, and it's probably out of here after that. Oh no, New Jersey, really. Anyways, I wonder if he has any in like mid-east, southeast, southwest, middle of the country. I don't know what you call Rhode Island. Minneapolis, Minnesota. Oh, he does have North Arkansas. That's more towards the middle. So he's going Sacramento. Wow. Wait, so he's going west, east, north, south, then west again. I wonder why Sacramento and then Washington. That's North Washington D.C. That's back east. Oh, good lord, that's bright. Anyways, so why does he call it Parmatma? I don't. Maybe he said it earlier. The volume is really low in this one for some odd reason. But so far he does talk about Advaita Vedanta, at least in terms of non-duality. Oh yeah, there's qualified non-duality and all that. I don't know which one he follows per se. I know so far he definitely believes in non-duality. And I guess the one thing I'm wondering is, I guess this is something you know what, I'll ask right here, and I'll probably ask Swami Taramadanda as well. But what, I guess, actually it is one of my questions to ask Swami Taramadanda. Anyways, I guess I can't really ask it here because it's kind of a giveaway with one of the questions. I'm hoping that Swami Taramadanda answers that question and I can point you guys to the video and then react to it after 30 days. And but anyway, hold on, there's something I was thinking of and I can't think of it. Hold on, I'm gonna pause it real quick. Okay, so I guess the question I asked Swami Taramadanda ties into a lot of the things I want to say about this video. It's not a lot per se, but it is still something, the question that I have, and that's the reason why it's still a question I have for Swami here. But I suppose that, and I genuinely do believe how do I say? I guess it's not necessarily that you believe in this duality, but more along the lines of, I guess maybe I'm a little bit weird, that if you don't understand, you will tend to suffer. And I guess, strangely enough, again, it all ties into that question. But anyways, but yeah, where he stated the fact, because the bird sees the duality, that's where all the problem starts. And I guess it's all kind of relating to the fact that you see yourself, the Atma, the body, the mind, well, I won't say the intellect, but the body, mind, Atma, as the same being. Therefore, you believe that you yourself is feeling the anger and everything, which, can I say that is still true? that this body does feel anger, this body does feel sadness, but while your true self may not feel that, are clearly unaffected by that, which I genuinely do believe that. I genuinely do believe this body can feel pain, suffering, and all of those things, and your true self is genuinely unaffected by that. But because you are tying those two together, as in this emotions is affecting me, you believe in it so much that you act upon it. You act upon that feeling, whereas your true self is never affected by it. I think that lack of understanding, that's the reason why I say understanding a lot. And that's the reason you act upon your emotions, your frustrations, you act upon the suffering. The lack of understanding that you yourself and emotions are two separate things. And the easiest materialistic way to understand this is the fact that there are antidepressant pills where when you feel so depressed, like, oh my god, I'm so depressed, you take those pills, you're happy. So clearly you see that pills can block depressions, your emotion. So whenever you feel depressed, you know that it's something external affecting you, because it can be blocked by something external again. So the emotions that are affecting you can be blocked in a sense. It's not you, because you can clearly block it with pills or whatever it may be. That to me is a very physical proof that you're not your emotions. It's something that I think can translate very well to the Western people, probably, or to people who doesn't follow this kind of philosophy. Because if you are your emotions, how can we block that with pills? How can we block you? We can't. You are you. If we put pills that blocks you, then you're not that, because you're being blocked. So that's a very direct, in your face kind of proof that you're not your emotions. Intellect, your thoughts. That one, it's a little bit harder, I guess, to explain that. I haven't really thought about too much, just the emotion part, because that's the thing that I kind of focus on. But because I don't really care necessarily to understand, I don't want to say understand my thoughts, but I can understand that I'm separate from it, my thoughts, because my brain thinks a lot. and I suppose a good way to understand thoughts is the fact that you can have some moments of blankness, and that you can control your thoughts to a certain degree. I need to find a better way to think about thoughts. How kind of like, again, the emotional part about you can block it with pills. So therefore you are not your emotions. How can you block your thoughts? That's a little bit more difficult, because whenever people say don't think of a monkey, you thought of a monkey now, didn't you? And I told you not to. Well, kind of. But yeah, thoughts just so happens, and I guess that might be a great example right there. I triggered a response to your thoughts by saying monkey. And it just probably popped up in your head, and clearly I did not just control you. I did not just mind control you to make you think of a monkey. So therefore, I think that's a great example, perhaps. Ooh, look, I just came up with it at that time. I just came up with that example. Probably, I'm sure other people have came up with examples, but I haven't seen their videos yet, so. But yeah, I again, just thinking of examples like this is a way of cracking the barrier that is preventing people from disassociating themselves from their emotions and their thoughts by, like, you're right, I can take a pill, and I can see people taking pills, antidepressant pills, so they're not sad anymore. Clearly that is a sign that they are not their emotions. If they're not their emotions, then what are they? What are we? It's like, are we with thoughts? Are we the mind? It's like, well, then you have to understand that the mind itself is like a memory bank, full of memories and automatic computations of how your muscle grows and to breathe, especially when you go to sleep, and you know, this it does quite a few things. I've actually thought about my mind a little bit more. Actually, the brain, not necessarily the mind. But anyways, the thoughts. Whenever I just screamed out monkey, probably thought about it again. But that clearly I can't control your mind. If I just yell out words and your mind just starts thinking of these things, then clearly you're not the thoughts, at least the thoughts. But anyways, so I mean, these are things I do think about. Wow, actually, Statue of Liberty has some stuff all around it. Things I think about. Again, continue to think about as I react to these videos, especially depending on the subject matter. But anyways, I'm kind of curious as to why is it called, what's Parmatma? Like I asked in the very beginning. That's the genuine question here. It's like, is that just the same thing as Brahman, perhaps in a different language, or is it just another name? Well, another name for Brahman? Let me know in the comments below. Anyways, that's my reaction to everything's Parmatma. I probably said that wrong. If you like my content, please consider subscribing. Thumbs up, thumbs down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next vid.